back to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the All-Star Dirt Series. One of the two final races to wrap up the 2021 season. Tonight, it's the 410 Sprint Cars from one of my favorite tracks, Volusia Speedway Park. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network's presentation of the All-Star Dirt Series. And tonight, Volusia Speedway Park, the final time this season we'll be able to see the 410 Sprint Cars in action. Of course, this event tonight, as I mentioned, one of my favorite racetracks that we get to go to year-round. Of course, there you see a perfect 70 degrees tonight. Now, there is some clouds and, unfortunately, possibility for some rain showers tonight. It looks like most of that will stay north of the racetrack, 53% chance. Not very windy at all, especially for April down here in Barbersville, Florida. Only 3 miles per hour wind gusts. That's not really going to affect these All-Star Dirt Series competitors much, especially here in the 410 Sprint Cars. And man, oh man, have we got some heavy hitters out there on the racetrack. Taking a look right now, there you see the 24. That is the current points leader coming in, Matt Sanders. What a season, you know. You take a look at what this guy has been able to do. He picked up his 8th win at Weed Sport back on April the 8th. He did so in the Big Block Modifieds. He brings in that 410 Sprint Car here tonight. 2 races left for him. Points-wise for Matt this season, has currently a 9-point advantage over A.J. Renfro. So as you could probably imagine, the points battle still somewhat tight with 2 races to go. Crazy to think there's even a possibility of the points even being close with the season he's had. But A.J. Renfro currently atop of the board. There you see on the practice times. He is atop of the board right now in our final round of practice for the All-Star Dirt Series 410 Sprint Cars. But a 9-point advantage for Sanders. Now third, this is a guy that's slowly sticking around, is the guy you see there on your screen. He is a 2-time winner on the tour this year. 1 points win, 1 All-Star win. That is John Crooks. There you see John Crooks in that number 62 machine out of Evansville, Indiana. And the CMG FX Crooks Motorsports 62. Looks like he's going to slow it down and pull it in. But it has definitely been an interesting season. There you see on your screen A.J. Renfro. He has got to be dialed in with these final 2 races. As we mentioned, 9 points back of that championship race coming into this evening. So you got to think he's got his mind kind of zoned in on the rest of this season. And here's a young man that we've seen this year show some muscle, the 11X. That is Kinzer Chrisman out on the racetrack. But right now, time-wise, A.J. Renfro atop the board. He's got a 13.22, and actually he is tied atop of the board with a 13.22 with Kinzer Chrisman. So both of those drivers atop of the board here at Volusia Speedway Park. And of course, the All-Star Dirt Series, we thank you so much for hanging out with us here, and we appreciate you week in and week out. And hey, you know, we got one more race coming up. We'll close out the 2021 season coming up at Cedar Lake Speedway, and we'll do so next Thursday night, April the 29th. It'll be the Cedar Lake Speedway hosting the Super Late Models to close out the 2021 season, and we will have all your coverage right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to take a break, and we get ready to lead you full into fast time qualifying. That's right, fast time qualifying for the All-Star Dirt Series. You are watching the All-Star Dirt Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
TV presents the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Feel the thunder here in the heartland of America.
4-car battle for the lead out of turn 4.
Oh! To the inside, contact, 4 laps to go.
They're banging sheet metal.
Who's gonna get it at the line? Wow!
What a race.
Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series on MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
24/7 Tire and Service Center, we pride ourselves on being professional and reliable while giving you an honest service at an affordable price. From alternators, brakes, and computer diagnostics to motors and transmissions, most repairs come with a 12-month and 12,000-mile warranty on parts and labor. Need tires? We have those too. Major brands such as Cooper, Hankook, Michelin, and more. We are a family-owned and operated business located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, Tennessee. Call or stop by today for a quote or repair. 423-620-4970.
Welcome back to Barbersville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park, here for the next installment, the 12th race of the 2021 season for the All-Star Dirt Series, and of course right here on your home for the All-Star Dirt Series, the Turn 3 Racing Network. We thank you so much for spending some time with us as we count down to fast time qualifying. Getting a look at some of the drivers out on the racetrack right now. There you see the 36 machine. That is Trent Cameron. Trent Cameron out there getting way up there up against that outside retaining wall. Trent Cameron, one of the new drivers, giving it a whirl here in this 410 sprint. Get a good look at him. AJ Renfro still atop of the board. He's carrying one of our Turn 3 Racing Network onboard cameras. Let's go inside to that 25 machine of AJ Renfro. Well, I was going to say we was going to go inside. Looked like we went way up to the helicopter cam. You see just exactly how much moving he's doing. See if we can't get the production team to get us inside. There we go. So not really much of a view from the gyro cam. Let's take a look from the helmet cam. Yeah, look at that. Perfectly set atop of the helmet. Man, he's got his hands full right now working around this racetrack. But still, fastest time with a 13.22. Him and Kinzer Crispin tied atop of the board for the quickest time. So we'll see if that stays true. Kinzer still out there running some laps. And also there you see John Crooks. He is working the high side. John Crooks is all over that high side in 1 and 2. Oh, and it looks like Trent Cameron almost got tagged there from Kinzer Crispin as he looked like he cut down off the racetrack. But there you see high side of this racetrack for John Crooks, seeing what he can get here in the closing parts of this final round of practice. AJ Renfro and Kinzer Crispin, by far the two quickest. You have to go back to a 13.25, a pair of those actually. Jeremy Beekner and John McCarron have 13.25. So a tie at the top and a tie for second, and a 13.26 for Henry Jones in the 52. That'll round out the top five right now as far as fast times. What we have is we are closing in on quick time qualifying. Of course, unique style qualifying here for the All-Star Dirt Series. They will each get their own crack out on the racetrack. That's right, something unique that gives them an opportunity to get out there and give a good run as you get a good look there at the 62. I absolutely love the paint scheme on that 410 sprint car this week for John Crooks. And he's kind of the underdog. I would give him that role. You know, you look at the points right now. Matt Sanders out front with those 8 wins. A.J. Renfro is within striking distance, but only 18 points back with this 410 race tonight. And, of course, the Super Late Models next week. You got to be watching John Crooks. You got to win at Lima Land in the UMP Modifieds. There he smacks the outside retaining wall in turn 2, and then he got that all-star win up at Knoxville. Of course, not a points win, but he went out and won in the truck. And that's something that the All-Star Dirt Series continuing to process, maybe bringing back for next year. So I think that's super cool. Right now, 14 drivers have clocked in. 14 All-Star Dirt Series competitors. Great number of drivers. May actually get a chance to see 3 heat races tonight. We'll see how that works out as we start to get inside of that 2-minute mark. 2-minute mark before we get ready to jump into our fast time qualifying. Of course, some great folks help make it happen. TJR, Travis Auto Repair, Upstate Body Shop, and Joka Graphics, the official sponsors of the All-Star Dirt Series. We're going to take one more quick break, and we are going to come back. Fast time qualifying. Driver's going to be on the clock trying to set fast time when we come back. You're watching the All-Star Dirt Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
Are you wanting your business to stand out? Well, now is the time to get torqued. Torque Graphics in Greenville is your one-stop shop for everything in the graphic design world. Josh Myers can take your business to the next level. Torque Graphics specializes in screen printing for your business, your hobby, or just you. Torque Graphics can even take care of all your motorsports needs. For top quality products, affordable pricing, and great customer service, call Torque Graphics today.
Welcome back to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Welcome back to the All-Star Dirt Series. There you see that leaderboard swap over, and that means it is time to fire up for fast time qualifying. That's right, one of the unique opportunities the drivers have in this series is to get out on the racetrack and do so by themselves, so to speak, and get out there and be able to possibly lay down a fast lap with nobody really in the way. And I think that's something very, very unique. And I do believe we may see one of our newcomers hit the racetrack first. It looks like it should be the OX of Aaron Gregory. We'll see if Aaron makes the call. As you see that clock starting to tick down so far, no activity out on the pit road right now, but it should be Aaron Gregory, and it looks like I do believe we're going to get Aaron out on the racetrack. There we go. Love the pink colors. How about that? Gregory out on the racetrack, one of the newcomers. That is the OOX. We'll take the OOX for Gregory. Gregory's first lap on the clock. Looks like he is going to clock in at a 13.72. 13.72 for Gregory. 13.72 for Gregory. So pretty good. And it looks like he's going to take that lap and go ahead and bring it on in. Looks like it'll bring up car number 52. Another newcomer on the scene, the 52. That is Henry Jones. Henry Jones looking to beat Gregory's time of a 13.72, 13.72, so we'll see exactly what Jones is able to do as he's rocking the pink colors as well. Love the black and pink. Absolutely love the layout here at Volusia Speedway Park. One of the uniques, kind of got that D-shaped back straightaway. You just keep flowing out to the wall. It's right now 101 mile an hour. That time for Henry Jones going into turn number 3. His first lap going up on the board. Looks like he goes to the top with a 13.556. 13.556 for Henry Jones. Can he improve on lap number 2? As John Monkern will be out. Monkern will be our third car out. Second lap for Jones. He does not go quicker. He goes a 13.40, 13.40 for Jones. So, first two drivers right off the bat go into the mid-13. So we'll see if anybody can up that, as it will bring out our next driver in the number 39 machine. The 39, that is John, I want to say Mulkern. Mulkern? We'll give that a shot out of Ohio. This is the first time we've seen John out on the circuit since the Turn 3 Racing Network has been calling the All-Star Dirt Series races. His first lap, he is on the clock, 103.4 mile an hour that time. And now all the way up to 125 off of Turn 2. So John running it wide open out of Turn 4. We'll see what his first lap will be. First lap, quick time, 13.372, 13.372. Mulkern will jump to the top of the board with the time to beat. Second lap, can he go any quicker? Yes, he does. He goes 13.338, 13.338. And Mulkern now at top of the board. Each driver has gotten quicker every time they have went out to set a lap. So we have gotten quicker with each car that has hit the racetrack, and I do believe it might be Trent Cameron. We'll see if that's right. Should be Trent Cameron be rolling out next. We'll see if that's how things shake out. If the board looks like there, you see the 36 of Trent Cameron. We'll see. John Crooks also, you've seen him just flash there in the corner of your screen, but I do believe it's going to be Trent Cameron to come out and give a run. We'll see if that's how the leaderboard shakes out. I haven't seen anybody come off of turn 2, so we'll patiently wait. That's one of the things. Usually try to get the cars lined up on pit road, so we'll see if Cameron, which I do believe should be our next qualifier, decides to go out, or he's just going to stay somewhat in the middle of the field. Still no movement on pit road. 64, that is Benjamin Parsons. So it looks like Benjamin Benjamin's going to jump out there and give it a whirl. The 64 of Benjamin Parsons. Ben Parsons out of the state of Nebraska. Haven't got to see him a whole lot this year on the tour, but he is here in the 410 sprint car, so you get a good look at that 64 machine. His first lap this time. We'll see what he can lay down off of turn number 2. Working that wheel, the Wrangler sponsorship. Parsons' first lap goes up on the board. He goes third quick. He goes 13.493, 13.493. Can Parsons get anything on lap 2? This lap already looks better. Looked a lot smoother getting into 3. Might have bobbled there off of 4. We'll see if this time is good enough to bump him up. It will not. 13.427, 13.427. So he will stay third. He will stay third on the leaderboard. So Parsons does not improve on his set. Well, no, his third lap. So 3 laps, and his third one is quickest out of his group. And he goes with a 13.35. 13.35. 1/1000th of a second off of the top spot. So Benjamin Parsons will go up to second quick. And we will see who will be our next driver to jump out. And Trent Cameron, evidently, Trent Cameron out on the racetrack now. I was looking to see something. Cameron wasn't picking him up, but there he is. His is a quick time. Wow. He got out there so quick on his lap. He goes 13.30, so put Trent Cameron out on the top. Missed that first lap. Wasn't sure we had him out on the racetrack, but the cameras did dial him in, and Trent Cameron now will go to the top of the board, so we will see which driver will roll out next. John Crooks, there you see that 62 machine patiently waiting. So the time to beat right now is a 13.30. Trent Cameron, 13.30 out front. John Mulkern with a 13.34 second quick. 13.35 from Benjamin Parsons, third quickest so far. And Drummonds, looks like Dalton Drummonds is going to come out onto the racetrack. Drummonds there in that 88 machine. Dalton, seen him a few times on the tour. His first lap was 5th quickest. We'll go see what his next lap will be. 13.54, 13.54, still 5th quickest. See if Drummonds can improve anything off of that. So a 13.54, and doesn't look like he's going to improve. And here will come Dylan McDonald. Dylan McDonald in the TJR number 38 machine. 38, the TJR sponsorship. Dylan McDonald out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. The TJR Travis Auto Services Upstate Body Shop and Towing 38. His first lap. We'll see what McDonald can do down the back straightaway and into turn 3 and 4. Working that wheel about the second, third groove in 3 and 4 with McDonald's first lap. He goes 6th quick, 13.54, 13.544 to be exact. 6th quickest out of the 7 who have took time. We'll see what he can do off of turn 4 this time. Second lap, will it be any quicker for McDonald? It will bump him up to 5th. He goes 13.413, 13.413 for McDonald. So his second lap is going to push him up. So, and his third lap takes him all the way into the top 3. How about that? 13.35. That's going to put him into the 3rd spot. As there you see Dylan McDonald making a huge jump on his 3rd lap. So now we go to Wesley Fuller. Wesley Fuller in that 35 machine. Proudly sponsored by Busch Light, Gutter Pro, Joka Graphics, and Titletown Bar and Grill out of Maryville, Missouri. That is Wesley Fuller. Fuller on his first lap. We'll see what he can do. First lap for Fuller. He goes 8th quickest, so bottom of the barrel for Fuller with a 13.75. 13.75 already looks like a better lap, starting to get dialed in here on lap number 2. High and wide off of turn 4, and that will only bump him up 1 spot. He goes 13.48. 13.48 for Wesley Fuller. It shows the 13.477 on your screen, so Fuller not exactly what he wanted on lap 2. Will lap 3 improve? He does, so he picked up a spot each time. That time at 13.424, 13.424. So he picked up 1 spot every single time he went out on the racetrack. If he would have only had 5 more, right? This will bring out Jeremy Beekner, one of the regulars on the tour in the O2. Beekner in the B&B Wraps, Turtle Bay Lodge, 5 Star Cycles, and BWR Racing O2. Beekner out on the racetrack right now coming into this event. Beekner 5th in points, 65 points out of that top spot. Kind of a, I would say an uphill battle for Beekner with only 2 races, but could very well improve into the top 3. It is possible. As 8th quickest for Beekner, he goes 13.484, 13.484 for Beekner. That Haas Animations 02, his second lap, does not improve. He's still 8th quickest with a 13.45, 13.45 for Beekner. So 9 drivers have taken time so far. Trent Cameron's 13.30, still atop of the board. John Mulkern, 2nd. Dylan McDonald, that time looking good with a 13.35. He is 3rd. Benjamin Parsons 4th. And Henry Jones rounding out the top 5 right now of drivers who have taken time. And we'll see if we get our next driver out on as Kinzer Crispin. There you see that 11X machine. He is patiently waiting there on pit road, waiting to see who's going to be our next driver to go out and take a quick time. Not seeing anybody roll out onto the racetrack just yet. 9 drivers have taken time. And we will wait to patiently see who is going to be our next driver to get out on the racetrack. And I believe it might be, yes, it is Kinzer Crispin in the 11X. Kinzer Crispin out of St. John's, Kansas in the Contender Esports. Crispin Racing Engines, 5-star graphics. Davis Electric, number 11X. That is Kinzer Crispin. Man, he's been on the verge of picking up a win this year. He's gotten so close, gotten better. He's 4th in points, 41 points out of the top spot. Is that doable in 2 races? I don't know. He might very well get himself into a top 3 position. Now, that is possible with 2 events left. Crispin's first lap, not the greatest, 13.47. So Kinzer way down 9th out of the 10 drivers that have taken time. We'll see if he can do any better here on lap number 2. Just barely gets up to the cushion in lap 2. Gets him up to 6th, 13.409. 13.409 for Kinzer Crispin. Not exactly, it's kind of been the Achilles heel for this 11X. Qualifying's not been the strong suit, but he's made it up in the races. Does he do any better on lap 3? Oh, it hard up against the outside retaining wall and does not improve on lap 3. So Kinzer Crispin going to have to settle for a 6th place qualifying spot, as it looks like we may actually get John Crooks out on the racetrack. There we go, the 62. He's a 2-time winner on the tour this year. 1 points win, 1 all-star win. The 62 out of Evansville, Indiana in the CMG FX Crooks Motorsports 62. That is John Crooks. See what Crooks can do. Him and A.J. Renfro schooling the field in practice. We'll see if that'll carry over, as he is also carrying one of our Turn 3 Racing Network helmet cams. Take a look at this. First lap for John Crooks. We'll see what he does. He's going to take a different approach. He goes way up in the cushion, up there in the flop for lap number 1. Is he going to do anything with it? Lap 1, and no. 13.5 or 13.95 rather, so nowhere, no can do on the high side. He'll try it again, this time right along the cushion as he comes off of turn number 4. We'll see if this one is any better. Lap number 2 for Crooks, only 1 spot, 13.573, so no speed whatsoever up on that outside cushion. Absolutely nothing up there for these drivers to grab onto, and it looks like a runner-up in points. Quickest in practice, the 25 out of Hayesville, Kansas in the Contender Esports. Crispin Racing Engines, 5-star graphic. Davis Electric, number 25. That is A.J. Renfro. Renfro picked up a 410 win already this year back at Williams Grove on February the 4th. Boy, a win tonight, a bad night for Matt Sanders would be huge for this guy going into the last race of the season next week at Cedar Lake, but right now he's wanting to set fast time. A.J. Renfro's first lap, 6th quickest. 13.41, 13.41 for A.J. Renfro. This lap already looks quicker. Man, he got off of turn 2 great. He goes right up, right hanging on that cushion, right onto the marbles. Lap number 2. No, he does not improve. Still 6th, 13.41. I felt like that lap was going to be quicker. It was not, so the high side not working as well as maybe would have thought right up against the cushion, and lap number 3 only bumps him into 5th, so wow. Trent Cameron's time looks better and better with each contender, as this will bring out our current points leader in the All-Star Dirt Series. One final driver to take fast time. Trent Cameron's 13.30 is holding on right now, but this is the guy that has been red hot. 8 wins on the circuit this year out of Brookings, Oregon in the Logitech GTR simulators. Number 24, it is Matt Sanders. Sanders, the black and green colors, fast everywhere we've been this year. His first lap, 125 mile an hour, but he's only 11th quickest, 13.501. So this track, I felt like, was getting some speed underneath it. Right now, struggling. There's a whole new angle. He diamond 3 and 4. And what will that do? Well, it'll only get him 10th. 13.431, 13.431 for Sanders. And I'm telling you what, a lot of people decided to go to the middle to the high side here late in qualifying, and it just did not pay off. Sanders' next lap keeps him 10th, 13.63. So we are going to have some very fast 410 sprint cars buried in the field as 13 drivers have taken quick time, and I believe that may wrap up qualifying. We'll see. And if it does, Trent Cameron, 13.30, 13.30. That is going to put that youngster on the top as we take a look at the qualifying results. Well, let's see. Let's try that again. Qualifying results. There we go. Trent Cameron. Well, as I say that, it goes away. There. 13.297. Tallied up and averaged at about a 13.30. So congratulations to Cameron. Great qualifying effort for that young man. And that sends us straight into heat racing. That's right. If you like heat racing, well, you're going to get some of it tonight because we got 13 strong 410 sprint cars in the garage. Let's take a look at your starting lineup right now. Starting lineup, fastest qualifier, Trent Cameron will be on the front row. To his outside in the 64, that'll be Benjamin Parsons. Inside of row number 3, take a look at this row. 11X of Kinzer Chrisman. And to his outside, the All-Star Dirt Series points leader, Matt Sanders. And rounding out the field in the 00X, that'll be Aaron Gregory. There you see them starting to roll off as we get ready to go racing here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 1. Of course, with the amount of drivers here, we are going to send all of these drivers to the feature event. So, yes, all drivers will go to the big show. This will set the starting lineup. Matt Sanders already working the high side of the racetrack up there, getting some of that fluff on the tires. We'll take a look and see who's carrying some of our Turn 3 Racing Network cameras. Well, the cockpit cam in this heat's going to go with Kinzer Chrisman. There you see, right on that helmet. I see that view every week and still trying to figure out how exactly they actually see with our camera, but that gets you really, really close. And I was working to see, I thought that possibly Matt Sanders would have one of them. Yes, he does. And I want to say that Matt Sanders is actually carrying a separate cam. Yeah, there we go. Good look to the right rear of Matt Sanders' car. So Sanders and Chrisman are going to carry a couple of our onboard cameras as the iRacing Chevrolet Silverado Pace Truck starts to work its way down the back straightaway. 10 laps will make up heat race number 1. 5 drivers. Of course, all 5 drivers going to go to the big show. This to set the starting lineup. So here we go. Heat race number 1, 410 sprint cars. Race number 12 of the 2021 campaign. We'll set the field. Green flag's out. It's Trent Cameron and it's Benjamin Parsons front row. Cameron gets the advantage going into turn 1. Trying to run him down as Parsons goes high upside that outside retaining wall. Take a look at this battle for third. I knew once Chrisman and Sanders got to racing, this would be something fun to watch. And I'm telling you what, we got all 5 of these drivers under a blanket as they battle off of turn 2. Take a good look there at the lead. It is Cameron off of turn 4, but he has got a ton of talent behind him. Now Chrisman's going to simply push Parsons into turn 1. Sanders going to work the bottom. Now they get contact up against the outside retaining wall. Matt Sanders, Chrisman, and Benjamin Parsons way tangled up there off the 2 as he was working to get that camera dialed in. Chrisman now gets to look out the front windshield, and he gets to watch Matt Sanders as, boy, did it pay off for him. As there you see a good look, Kinzer Chrisman starting to get some of that mud packed onto that helmet. They all chase our fastest time qualifier, Trent Cameron. And Cameron right now has got a rear view mirror of the points leader. Normally, Matt Sanders walks away with this heat, and I'm telling you what, it is starting to heat up behind our leader. Cameron has worked the bottom, and he's going to show the bottom to Sanders, and Sanders is going to capitalize. He's going to wash up in front of our leader, but Trent Cameron will not go away in the dark. He's going to hide to the bottom in 1 and 2. Sanders gives him the bottom, but the momentum is going to carry that 24 machine well beyond the 36, and now Cameron not going to have as much momentum off of turn 4. 2 laps to go, and it's showing for Matt Sanders. Kinzer Crispin now starting to work on the back bumper of Trent Cameron. I don't know that he can close up that distance with only 1 lap to go. But that white flag is going to be in the air next time by. White flag will be in the... Oh, and Cameron bobbles, and here comes Crispin. Crispin's going to go to the bottom, so Cameron, who had maybe the strongest car, is possibly looking at a third-place finish. White flag in the air this time by. Crispin makes the pass on Cameron, so our fastest qualifier going to fall all the way back to third. But there you see out of turn 4, multiple times this year, the current points leader of the All-Star Dirt Series, Matt Sanders, picking up the win. It will be Kinzer Crispin second, and Trent Cameron will round out the top 3 in heat race number 1. And now let's line them up, and let's go to heat race number 2. Yeah, if you like that, we're going to do it again. Lineup for heat race number 2 looks like this. John Mulkern, he's going to take the top spot to his outside, the guy that's only 9 points back in the points race right now, A.J. Renfro. Inside of row number 2 will be Wesley Fuller in the 35, Dalton Drummond to his outside in the 88. And our official tonight, Skeggy Thrash. He's officiating, so you can take him off of your leaderboard as we get ready for heat race number 2 here from Volusia Speedway Park. We thank you so much for spending some time with us here tonight. Turn 3 Racing Network coverage of the All-Star Dirt Series, race number 12 of the 2021 season. The campaign, of course, comes to an end next week when the super late models come back to close out the year. They'll do so at Cedar Lake Speedway, and we hope you join us right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 4 drivers will make up heat race number 2, and I do believe that's going to leave us with 1 more. Math, not exactly the strongest part of my talents, but I do believe that's going to leave us with 1 more All-Star Dirt Series heat race. As it looks like Wesley Fuller may get to bump up to the front row, so not sure the 39 of Mulkern is going to drop back to the tail. So Mulkern's going to give up that front row starting spot for heat number 2. Now, once again, all drivers do make it to the big show, so that's not really the big concern. Maybe John had to make some adjustments and some changes to that race car. Going to feel confident just to go ahead and start in the tail and try to work his way up. We'll see. But there you see the iRacing Chevrolet Silverado will start to work into 3 and 4. He'll pick up a little bit of speed and take that hard left-hand turn. And we'll get ready to go racing here from Volusia Speedway Park. There's the hard left. There is the green light, and we are good to go. Wesley Fuller takes the commanding lead in turn number 1. A.J. Renfro will follow suit. And down on the bottom, Dalton Drummond's looked like he caught the apron. Man, shot out of a cannon, A.J. Renfro. Take a look at that number 25 machine. He is moving as we go on board. Renfro made quick work off of turn 2 of Wesley Fuller. Fuller just simply saw that red rocket throttle by. Fuller now it's got all kind of pressure. And now we see Mulkern starting to work back. Him and Fuller get together there in the middle of 2. Fuller and Mulkern now. Mulkern just over that cushion in the marbles. He's going to get a good run in turn number 1. Will he make it stick? Yes, he will. And here comes Drummond. Wesley Fuller simply got smushed down there on the bottom of the racetrack, lost all the momentum he had. Now him and Drummonds make contact. Man, they get wheels connected off of 4. Drummonds is going to end up bumping to 3rd. Fuller will go back to the 4th spot, and right now there is the guy that is simply running away with it. A.J. Renfro needing a really good finish to set up what could possibly be a shootout next Thursday night at Cedar Lake Speedway with him and Matt Sanders. Sanders got heat 1. Can Renfro even the score with heat 2? 7 out of the 10 laps now complete. Mulkern now, he is working the high side in 1 and 2. Pretty much got that 2nd place dialed in, but here comes this battle. Wesley Fuller now starting to fight back on the back bumper of the Dalton Drummond's 88 machine. Fuller, of course, flying. Oh, and he goes way high. I mean, he was working the wall in turn one. Any kind of momentum he might have had on Drummond's, I think he just lost it there in turn one when he got way on the outside of that retaining wall, and he looks like he's a little loose fighting the exit. So Drummond's looks like he may lock in that second spot. John Mulkerton going to wrap up the second spot with the white flag is in the air. One final time around Volusia Speedway Park here in Barbersville, Florida is going to fly for A.J. Renfro. He came into the night 9 points out of the lead. He watched the points leader Matt Sanders win Heat 1. A.J. Renfro, Hayesville, Kansas. He's going to win Heat number 2. A.J. Renfro makes it look very easy as he picks up Heat race number 2 here from Volusia Speedway Park. And I do believe that's going to set us up with our third and final heat race. So, yeah, I thought we might actually work into a third heat race tonight. Normally we've been having 2, but for the contenders we have, we're going to have 3 of them tonight. Here's your starting lineup. On the front row, out of Indiana, in the 38 machine, out of Fort Wayne, Indiana to be exact, the TJR Travis Auto Services Upstate Body Shop and Towing. 38, Dylan McDonald, third quickest in qualifying. Diz outside in the 52, that is Henry Jones out of Virginia. Jeremy Beekner out of Pennsylvania. He is going to roll off in the third spot. And rounding out the field in the 62 out of Evansville, Indiana, the CMG FX Crooks Motorsports 62. This John Crooks will round out row 2, and he'll start from the outside as we get ready to fire things up here in heat race number 3, our third and final. Of course, we'll go into a little bit of a warm-up, and then we will get things fired up with our feature tonight. All drivers making the big dance, so nobody worried about being booted, I guess you could say, or not making the show. Everybody's going to be in the big show tonight, and I'm telling you what, seeing the slicing and dicing here at these heat races, this big feature tonight may be something to watch as we'll see. Looks like Henry Jones is going to elect to go to the tail. That's going to bring John Crooks up to the front row. I don't know that McDonald wanted to see that, but Crooks is going to come up to the front row, and I do believe that John Crooks is carrying a couple of our Turn 3 Racing Network cameras. We'll take a look at this angle. Well, that's actually the drone cam zoned in on him. We'll see if we can't check out some of the Turn 3 and the droid, or I would say the drone camera. It's a droid, yeah, you could say that. Getting a good look there. You see right above John Crooks' head. And I tell you what, let's back out of that because we're getting ready to go green out of turn number 4. Dylan McDonald, John Crooks, Jeremy Beekner, Henry Jones. Heat race number 3, hard left-hand turn for the iRacing Silverado Pace Truck. Green flag is out. Good advantage there for Dylan McDonald. We'll see what he can do off of turn 2. Goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Good pull off of John Crooks. Jeremy Beekner third and Henry Jones right there in fourth. So second, third, and fourth somewhat together, but Dylan McDonald has started to simply check out. Good to see that 38 machine get some good. He's had a rough season. Let's see if he can hang on to it. And take a look. See if we can't get a good view of that suit that he's wearing. From a distance, that looks like the old DuPont Jeff Gordon suit. Now, he told me he had a pretty interesting suit that he was going to wear this week and possibly next week. Can't really get to see it there from the gyro cam. There you see the battle, first and second. Crooks, huge momentum there to close in 1 and 2. He is within 2 car lengths. There you see, you can tell McDonald's working to brake somewhat there into turn 3. Crooks now all over the back bumper. Let's jump on board with that 62 machine as he starts to work on our leader. Look at that. I mean, we're talking all over each other there, 3 and 4. Looks like Crooks makes the move. No, that time by McDonald might have had the advantage, and there is Dylan fighting to the outside. Dylan not going to go away in the heat of the night. Maybe the best run for that 38 sprint car, 38 period all season long, as he fights off John Crooks and will not give this heat race up. Crooks works right along the cushion now. Lap number 8, getting ready to go on the board. Oh, and way high that time for McDonald. That's going to give John Crooks a ton of momentum. He's going to go to the outside. It's going to be a dog race. Oh, a little bit of contact. Crooks all over the back bumper now. They are side by side now. It's kind of splitting it out, going down the back straightaway. McDonald and Crooks. Crooks going to fight to the bottom. They're side by side off of turn 4. They say McDonald. It looked like Crooks. The scoring says McDonald. They've got 2 to go. They fool around. Jeremy Beekner is not that far back, so we'll see how it shapes out. White flag in the air this time. White flag in the air for Dylan McDonald. He had to fight off maybe one of the hottest drivers on the circuit right now, but the driver out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the 38 machine, it is Dylan McDonald picking up heat race number 3. He'll beat John Crooks and Jeremy Beekner to the line, so there you go. The driver out of Indiana going to capitalize, and he is going to pick up the All-Star Dirt Series heat race number 3, and that will conclude our heat races. We're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, and we're going to be back as they're going to get a good warm-up to warm those sprint engines up. The feature is next.
At Marvel's Portable Welding Incorporated, they've strived for over 35 years to make their name stand out in great customer service and quality work. They know the two go hand in hand. Without the support of Southern Delaware, they could not continue to grow and provide the services they do today. Their welders have many years of experience and are certified in both structural steel and pipe. They're committed to getting the job done right, and that's what makes the difference. Marvels looks forward to working with you and thanks you for the opportunity to show you how they strive to be Southern Delaware's #1 welding shop. Marvels Portable Welding. Find them on Facebook.
Hello, my name is Benny Boudreau and I created the Spring Rhythm app. The Spring Rhythm app allows someone who doesn't have access to a Spring Smasher to be able to set their car up to their manufacturer's suggested install loads and center to centers, as well as be able to figure out their dynamic loads, as well as make adjustments to them to make their handling of their car better. For someone who does have a Spring Smasher, Spring Rhythm will greatly reduce the amount of time to figure out those new stack setups by allowing for instantaneous spring rate changes as well as load changes. Spring Rhythm will even make sure that your setup doesn't coil bind at the loads that you're trying to hit. For only $4.99 a month, you too can have access to the same information that top late model teams across the country are using to gain a competitive advantage.
In motorsports, knowledge and horsepower matter. With Vic Hill Race Engines, you get both. From carrying Berkey and Brady Smith to their final wins to off-road stars like Jeremy McGrath, Mayan Spaccarelli, and Jeff Seifert, Vic Hill engines are for everyone. Just ask local drivers Jason Trammell, Greg Estes, and Chris Combs. The experience of 25 years behind the wheel and under the hood is what you get when buying one of their engines. From turnkey race cars to custom suspension setups, they do everything in shop. As Vic himself says, winning is the goal. Good relationships with our customers is how it happens. Visit VicHillRaceEngines.com on the web right now for more information.
When it rains, it drains. Call Houston Guttering for commercial or residential guttering work. With over 20 years experience, owner and operator Kerry Houston can take care of you. Plus, they give free estimates, repairs on 5 and 6-inch gutters, window screens, blown attic insulation. They take care of you with all work guaranteed. Call 931-267-5803. That's 931-267-5803. Or check them out on Facebook. In Middle Tennessee, there's only one name to know. That's Houston Guttering. Call them today.
Welcome, race fans, back to the Turn 3 Racing Network, and welcome to the All-Star Dirt Series. Well, we've had 3 heats, we've had fastest time qualifying, and now it is time to set the stage for tonight's main event. It's time to take a look at the starting lineup, and it goes like this. On the front row, it is going to be the current points leader, and no rest for the wicked. As to his outside, second place in points, A.J. Renfro. Row number 2 in Heat 3 winner, Dylan McDonald in the 38. To his outside, Kinzer Crispin in the 11X. John Mulkern in the 39, one of the newcomers. He'll start inside row number 3. To his outside, John Crooks in the 62. Trent Cameron, who was our fastest qualifier, he's going to start inside of row number 4. To his outside, the 88 of Dalton Drummond. Inside of row number 5, it'll be the 02 of Jeremy Beekner. And to his outside, Benjamin Parsons in the 64. Wesley Fuller going to roll off 11th in the 35 with Henry Jones in the 52. He is going to roll off 12th. And rolling off in the 13th and final spot, I do believe. Well, we're going to see if the grid is going to bump over for us. Well, maybe not. I thought it was going to scroll over one more spot. We'll see. Maybe not. Sometimes it just works like that. Sometimes it just happens. Needless to say, the field is starting to roll around here at Volusia Speedway Park as we get ready to set the stage for tonight's main event. I tell you what, you want to go mano a mano. Front row, A.J. Renfro, Matt Sanders. Lights are out on the iRacing Chevrolet Pace truck. It is time to get a winner here at Volusia Speedway Park. The final time we'll get the opportunity to see the 410 sprints. They are 2x2, 13 of the best are getting ready to go at it. Here as you get a good look out of turn 3 and 4, the iRacing Pace truck getting ready to make that hard left. We are ready to go racing on a Thursday night. Green flag, Matt Sanders, huge jump out of turn 1. Sanders now working across the inside lane. This is going to be Renfro. This is going to be a big battle. Renfro, Crispin, and McDonald there all fighting, and heard somebody might have smacked the outside retaining wall. Yeah, and the caution flag has flew. Caution flag has flew, and Aaron, I want to say that is Gregory. Gregory looks like he might have slammed the outside retaining wall. We'll take a look. Turn 3 Racing Network replay. There you see the 00 on the bottom. Floating up. Oh, and he was just a victim of the 64 Benjamin Parsons. See if we can't go back and check that out again. Benjamin Parsons there. We'll see if we can't get a better look. 64 might have made contact there with that 88 of Drummond's. Yeah, they do get together, and man, nowhere to go, as that could be some hard impact there for Benjamin Parsons, Dalton Drummond's, and for Aaron Gregory. So we will see if those drivers are going to be able to keep those race cars out on the racetrack. So I'm looking to our officials to see if we officially got a lap in. The counter says 3. I don't know that that's going to work. We'll see. We'll see if they stay true to that. Still 30 laps. 30 laps of racing here. 12th race of the 2021 campaign. Only one remains. Next Thursday night, Super Late Models back in action. They'll do so from the Cedar Lake Speedway. That's right. Super Late Models going to be out for their 3rd and final tour. Of course, if you would like to find us on social media, you can always check out, of course, the information there on your screen. Facebook us at Studio 35E Racing. Just simply type that in. You'll be able to keep up to date with everything that's going on. It looks like they're going to stack them back up 2x2 down the back straightaway. There you see our 1, 2, and points. 9 points separate those two going into this race, as caution laps might be counting. Normally they don't, but we will see if that holds true. If that's so, 4 are in the books. Out of our 30, looks like they stack them back up. Green flag in the air. 26 laps to go. Good advantage there for Sanders. What a run, A.J. Renfro. Similar to what he did in that heat. He got a heck of a run off of turn 2. He's going to work the high side. Here comes Kinzer Crispin. Crispin working to the bottom, and there you see somebody up against that outside retaining wall. Might have been Benjamin Parsons in that 64 again, but we go back up front because this is the battle. Let's go on board with A.J. Renfro as he tries to run down our leader, Matt Sanders. There you get a good look. They are running almost identical lines around Volusia Speedway Park. And you got to think Renfro just simply waiting for Sanders to make a mistake. That's something that Matt has not done most of this season, make a mistake. You don't see that 24 machine do that very often. But a guy that I feel like has been in their rearview mirror all year long is that 11X. That is Kinzer Chrisman. Just hasn't had the opportunity to put a win down on the schedule. He's had a really good year, just not been able to capitalize on any kind of good luck at all. And a little bit of a bobble there. Renfro disappeared on the screen. Hopefully that won't be an issue. It's now 24, make it 24 laps to go. And Sanders bobbled. Here comes A.J. Renfro to the outside. I was waiting on a little bit of momentum. He took the outside. Sanders now fights back. These two going punch for punch. These are the top two in the All-Star Dirt Series point standings, and they are showing why. Pacing the field out in front of Kinzer Chrisman. Chrisman well back. We'll jump back to our fourth place car. That is Trent Cameron. He was the fastest qualifier. John Crooks now into the top 5. Here's a good battle on the screen. That is the 39 machine of John Mulkern and Jeremy Beekner. They battle. And I was looking to find Dylan McDonald, and there is McDonald piled up out of turn 4. And the caution flag will fly. Caution flag will fly with 21 laps in the books. McDonald there, and it was actually coming out of turn 2. He had trouble off of 2. Not sure what exactly. Yeah, he's just hard up against that outside retaining wall and couldn't get away from it. So McDonald now, he's going to bring out the caution with 22 circuits to go. But the leaders, man, oh man, what a battle up front. And evidently, timing and scoring says that A.J. Renfro had the advantage when the caution come out. So 21 laps to go, and A.J. Renfro has worked back up to the top. As there you get a good look. Matt Sanders, he's up here working the high side. Maybe get some, maybe cooling down the temperatures on those tires as the lights are still on the Chevrolet Silverado pace truck. Top 5, A.J. Renfro, Matt Sanders, Kinzer Chrisman, Trent Cameron, John Crooks. Rounding out the top 5. We'll see if Dylan McDonald is able to continue that 38 machine there. You see him trailing behind Wesley Fuller, getting back on the gas, so maybe that 38 is going to keep things dialed in as the lights are out on the iRacing Silverado pace truck. Now 21, looks like timing and scoring going to set us back to 21 to go, but we will get ready to go back green out of turn number 4. Good battle up front. Would not expect anything less from these two. They have just simply been, they've been the top 2 horses, and then John Crooks has been right there. And I'm telling you what, you better not count out that sneaky blue, red, and white 62. They're inside of row number 3. He is behind Kinzer Chrisman. That is a good bottom row, but A.J. Renfro, Matt Sanders. Oh, man, good restart from Renfro because he thought he was taking off. And the trouble down in turns 1 and 2, and John Crooks, just as I said that, gets involved in a caution in turn 1. Looks like they might have stacked him up. We'll take a closer look going into turn 1. Crooks there in that 62 red, white, and blue. And trouble right off the bat. The 39. At least I thought that was the 39. John Mulkern got into him on that restart. We'll see if we can't take another look at that. It looked like Mulkern kind of got turned down and simply went right there into the fender. Well, can't really say a fender, I don't guess. Yeah, there you see that contact. That got everything all stacked up. And then that extra shot into turn 1. So we'll see how that's going to shake things back up as we pace now with 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go. Matt Sanders got to be happy that caution came out because he took off thinking that Renfro was going to take off. He didn't, and when he let off the gas, Renfro very smartly got back to the gas. Couldn't tell that moment in time if the lights were out on the iRacing Silverado pace truck. No, they are still on, so we're still looking at one more to go. And this may bring us to single file. We'll see exactly how All-Star Series officials rule this. We'll see if we go to single file. I was thinking maybe we might do that after that last quick caution. But we'll see. Nonetheless, 13 13 All-Star Series drivers made the call, and good to see that car count here with the final 2 races of the year. Of course, last time we were with you, the big block modifieds at Wheat Sport, Matt Sanders picked up his 8th career win this season. John Crooks was able to snap. He's the only guy that has won. John Crooks is the only driver that has won in this series dating all the way back to February the 18th. He won the All-Star event, and then he won the UMPs at Limeland. Other than that, it's been Matt Sanders, and right now, A.J. Renfro has him in his rear view. We're back green. Renfro and Sanders dive off into turn 1. About a car length will separate them. It's about 4 or 5 car lengths out to Chrisman. Man, a good run for the opening 2. Sanders works about a groove underneath. This time he's going to take the money shot. He'll go to the bottom. Can he make it work? He will, but A.J. Renfro's going to have momentum. He'll go to the inside off a 2 down the back straightaway, and the caution flag flies. Caution flag will fly for the 3rd time. Wesley Fuller might have been involved in this one. There you see, Dylan McDonald kind of looked like he got loose going into 1. And that just kind of got the party started as Wesley Fuller really know where to go in that incident. There you see McDonald there in that red-white Haas machine. Fuller coming into your picture, and the TJR of Dylan McDonald. Nowhere to go, and that's going to bring out the caution for the 3rd time. So we will set them back up again with 18 circuits to go. An All-Star Series official says single file from here on out. So single file we will go. 18 circuits left here in Barboursville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park. The only visit this year from the All-Star Dirt Series here at Volusia. The 410 sprint cars. I was thinking the 410s or the Supers here Volusia, some of the best action you'll see at this big racetrack. This is a big place. You get a good view of this place from a distance. This place is big and wide, about roughly, you see there on your screen, I would say it's about 7 grooves wide. Now, it doesn't race 7 grooves wide, unfortunately. Usually about 3 distinct lines right in the middle, up against the cushion, or right there on the bottom. The late models love to hug the inside, and the sprint cars love to go up there and fight that cushion. As there you see A.J. Renfro, Matt Sanders, Kinzer Chrisman, your top 3. 4th place, Trent Cameron. He's been kind of the story of the night. He got the fast time qualifier and has really been a solid staple. Let's see. We get a pretty good restart out of the top 5 this time around. Sanders and Renfro pulled away on the last one. Chevrolet iRacing pace truck in. Sanders ducks to the bottom. We're back green. Sanders now wastes no time going to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to put the pressure on Renfro. Renfro's going to have the momentum. He'll go back to the bottom in 3 and 4. They will swap the lead. Slide jobs on both ends. It's going to result in Renfro leading this lap. This time they'll mix it up. Renfro to the bottom, Sanders to the high side. He's going to cut back down. They're almost side by side going into turn 3. Sanders going to have the momentum this time. Let's see how it unfolds going back to turn 1. Renfro sees Sanders. Sanders washes up right in front of Renfro. Renfro's got nowhere to go. He's got to follow him. Don't really consider that would be a block because they don't have mirrors, but I'm telling you what, just get a good view at what they're seeing right now. This time it'll be Renfro. He'll go to the bottom. Nowhere to go off of 2, and they are side by side for 1st and 2nd. 3rd and 4th are side by side. Trent Cameron, he works the bottom. He's going to go around Kinzer Chrisman. No, Chrisman got him back at the line. Back out front now with 14 laps to go. This is Matt Sanders showing the way. A.J. Renfro in 2nd. This is the battle for the top spot. Coming to 13 laps to go here at Volusia Speedway Park. And the caution flag, is back out. McDonald again in turn 1 right in front of our leaders. Whoa. Right in front of Matt Sanders and right in front of A.J. Renfro, and they got him slowed down. As there you see McDonald on your screen. We'll see exactly what might have happened to that 38 machine. Just simply got high and up against that outside retaining wall, and it just pulled him in. So nowhere really to go. Nowhere to go. There you see the leaders come into the screen. No room for error. And I'm telling you what, the long run looked to be really, really good for Trent Cameron. He started to put some pressure on the back of Kinzer Chrisman. As we will wait to see, is still 13 circuits to go. 13 now make it 12 as the caution laps are counting. And the lights are still on here with the iRacing Silverado pace truck. So that's going to cut us down to about 11 laps to go. Should be 10, possibly 10 when we go back racing. I'm telling you, excitement between these two, top two in the points. Going at it, punch for punch. Point standings coming in, only 9 separated these two. John Crooks was third. He needed to have a really good night tonight and possibly some bad luck for AJ and Matt. But right now, John way back there in the 10th spot. Got in some trouble early in this one. He's just not been able to regroup. Kinzer Crispin would just love a good restart. Restarts have killed that 11X. He's not even been close by the time the top two get into turn one. We'll see if he can do anything here because he has got all kinds of pressure behind him in that 36 of Trent Cameron. Just 8 minutes shy of 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. It's the All-Star Dirt Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network from Barbersville, Florida, the Volusia Speedway Park, race number 12 of the 2021 campaign. We get ready to sort it out as we've got now making it, well, the officials say we're going to have 12 laps to go, and here we go, green flag back in the air. A much better restart for Kinzer Chrisman. He is within about 3 cars. Oh, and up and outside range. AJ Renfro nailed the outside retaining wall and maybe even collected a couple more. Oh, man. Run right up against that outside retaining wall, and the runner-up in the points. Trouble on that restart. He is very quick to take that 25 machine to the pits. Let's see if we can see what happened there off of turn 2. Oh, just simply got up in that dirty air and followed Matt Sanders, and that road led him straight into the outside retaining wall. See if we can't get another look at that. There you see Sanders to the right side. Just that dirty air just sucked him right into that outside retaining wall, and man, oh man. Tough break for AJ Renfro. That is going to put that machine to the tail of the field with 12 laps to go. Is that enough laps to maybe make a run? We'll see. It'll definitely be entertaining, but what that has done is made it a whole new agenda now for Matt Sanders. He's going to be staring at his 9th series win, possibly, unless Kinzer Crispin can make a run at this. Now, Kinzer's last restart was a much better restart than he has had so far, but we'll see if it's going to be enough, as now that's going to somewhat bring Trent Cameron right into the mix. We'll see exactly if Trent Cameron can do anything. We know he's fast. He set fast time. 13.30 was the fast time of the night from Cameron. But we will see if it's going to be enough. We're going to go back green this time. The iRacing Silverado pace truck going to make that hard left-hand turn out of turn 4. Matt Sanders, Kinzer Chrisman, Trent Cameron, your top 3 with make it 11 to go. Green flag back out. Sanders, just a really good restart. No battle now for second. Here comes Trent Cameron. Cameron goes to the high side. Oh, he was all over that outside retaining wall. That is what bit AJ Renfro earlier, but now Chrisman works the bottom. He's going to make a run off of the bottom, and he's going to get the lead. Kinzer Chrisman goes out front, tries to go up and block Sanders, and can't do it. Sanders got a much better run off of 2. Chrisman going to go to the bottom again. Loses that momentum, but can't build it back up that time off of turn 4. Now the top 3 going to fight right up against the cushion, the outside retaining wall. We have now 9. Coming to 8 laps to go. Chrisman goes to the bottom again. Can he make it work? He hugs the inside line. He will close the gap, and he stays on the bottom, and Chrisman goes to the lead. That momentum, though, he's going to lose it big time. Well, maybe not. It's a drag race down the back straightaway into turn 3. Chrisman to the bottom, making it fight right up in front of Sanders. Sanders had to force the issue to the bottom, and now Chrisman way loose in 3 and 4. And that momentum he had is simply out the window, and now you're looking at Trent Cameron up into the runner-up spot. Chrisman had to do something drastic to try and make it work. It didn't stick, and now Chrisman's going to go back to work, but he loses a ton in 1 and 2. And Matt Sanders off of turn 4 as he starts to work into some of the back markers. We'll have 5 laps to go. Oh, and the caution flag has come out. Caution flag has come out. They're telling me Jeremy Beekner might have been involved in this one. We'll see. Oh, same thing for Beekner. Beekner just got up into that outside retaining wall, and same scenario as we seen A.J. Renfro do. Just nowhere to go, and man, this kind of shakes it up a little. If you're wondering where A.J. Renfro went in that run, really didn't go anywhere, only jumped up to 9th. So tough break, and that might make that mountain a little too steep going to the Super Late Models at Cedar Lake next week. We'll see. Needless to say, we're going to have 5 laps, maybe a little bit less. We'll see. 5 laps at least, I would think, to settle this one out. Trent Cameron has emerged into that 2nd spot. Kinzer Chrisman 3rd. John Mulkern in the 4th spot, or it will be 3rd spot, I should say. No, 4th. Yeah, that's right. Dalton Drummond's 5th is the way they should line up. And John Crooks sneaking right outside of the top 5. And there you see Matt Sanders going up and getting some of that good, nice, cold dirt on those rear tires as the lights should go off on the iRacing Silverado pace truck this time, and we will see 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go here in our 410 Sprint Car All-Star Dirt Series feature. You got to think if you're Trent Cameron or you're Kinzer Chrisman, you've got to be as close to that 24 car as possible going into turn 1. Do you throw the move then, or do you save it, stay close enough, and throw it in 3 and 4? Sanders just gets such a good launch off of turn 2, and we'll see as they start squeezing in. iRacing pace truck going to start to turn. Sanders is on the loud pedal. Cameron's on the loud pedal. Chrisman's on the loud pedal. Sanders still going to get about a 4 or 5 car gap. Here comes Chrisman to the bottom. Gap back to 2nd. Cameron, Chrisman now. Oh, and Sanders gets into the inside retaining wall. That should give a little bit of momentum to the top 2. Chrisman all over the back bumper. Sanders just caught the outside or the inside retaining wall, and don't count out Trent Cameron. Lap traffic going to be in the way. Jeremy Beekner, oh, he's on the high side, right in the way of Cameron. And Sanders, oh, and the caution flag has come out again. Caution flag has come out. Turn 3 Racing Network replay pins this one back to Dylan McDonald. We'll see what happened with the 38 machine. Fuller got into the outside retaining wall. Oh, yeah, and McDonald had nowhere to go. So the caution flag will come out. That one going to put us down to about 3 laps to go. We'll see. And I'm telling you, that bobble from Sanders was an opportunity for Cameron and Chrisman, and neither one of them could capitalize on it. Wow. I mean, Sanders caught the nose of that 24 Sprint right there on that inside retaining wall and just simply could not. 2nd and 3rd could not make up any ground. Trent Cameron or Kinzer Chrisman, neither one of them could get within striking distance, even with that mistake. And for Matt Sanders to make a mistake, that's rare. So you've got to capitalize on that. And by the way, A.J. Renfro fans, he is now driven up to 10th, so he has made up some, but not going to be enough. Not going to be enough tonight for A.J. Renfro out of Hayesville, Kansas. 9 points separating him and Sanders. Coming in, Sanders looking at maybe his 9th win of the season, but he's got a young gun that's very hungry, and Trent Cameron and Kinzer Chrisman to be exact. Will either one of them make an impact? We're about to find out as they are on the loud pedal, and we're going to stay under caution. Now the lights go out on that iRacing Silverado pace truck. So an extra lap for some reason. Maybe to get things sorted out. We'll set the lineup for you. It's going to be Matt Sanders, Trent Cameron, Kinzer Chrisman, John Mulkern, Dalton Drummond's your top 5. John Crooks 6th. A.J. Renfro now 7th, so he's up to 7th. Gregory Parson and Beekner, your top 10. Should be 2 laps to go off of turn 4. Green flag is coming this time. They start to stack up in 3 and 4. If you're in second and third, you got to be all over that 24's bumper when he starts to go, and we'll see. He'll dive down to the bottom. Green flag, and not a really good restart for Cameron, but man, did Chrisman get a good one. We'll see if he can capitalize. He goes to the bottom, but Sanders is going to pull momentum down the back straightaway, coming to the white flag this time. White flag in the air, final time for the driver out of Oregon. He's been to victory lane 8 times this season. He'll dive into 3 and 4 for the final time. The 24 machine may not have been the fastest of the night, but he's going to find a way for the ninth time. It is Matt Sanders picking up the win of Volusia Speedway Park. Second place to Kinzer Chrisman, and third place to Trent Cameron. Wow. Just when you thought maybe this wasn't going to be his night, he finds a way to get it done here at Volusia Speedway Park. It is Matt Sanders. As there you see the fireworks going off in the background. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishers coming up in our post-race show. Matt Sanders in victory lane once again, this time from Volusia Speedway Park.
Are you wanting your business to stand out? Well, now is the time to get torqued. Torque Graphics in Greenville is your one-stop shop for everything in the graphic design world. Josh Myers can take your business to the next level. Torque Graphics specializes in screen printing for your business, your hobby, or just you. Torque Graphics can even take care of all your motorsports needs. For top quality products, affordable pricing, and great customer service, call Torque Graphics today.
Welcome back to Barbersville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park, where tonight we have seen a dandy of a 410 sprint car race, the next to last event for the All-Star Dirt Series, and we have our top 3 finishers lined up here on the front straightaway, and we are going to pull them in and chat with them. First off, we're going to chat with our third place finisher, Trent Cameron. Trent, man, you made a good run out of it. You went out and set out the fast time, got a good fast time out there with a 13.30. Went out in the heat race, kind of got beat up a little bit in the heat race, rallied back into the top 3, just not enough. Made a good run at it there with about 10 laps to go, but the caution flags, just kind of too many of them to get any momentum.
Yeah, well, some of the caution flags did kind of help me out. I know that Kinzer had some runs on me there in between a few of them, and if some of those caution flags hadn't came out, he'd have definitely had second.
Well, man, we hadn't seen you much on the racetrack here in 2021, but a really good impact tonight. You got a lot of folks on that 36 machine. Tell us about them.
Well, I've got Mixology. That's a band in the Midwest that I'm actually in. Cameron Engines, they are another family member. I've got Rod's Welding, another family member based out of Illinois, and then I got Deskin's Auto Glass, which he's based out of Bethany. I still have a few placards from a race that I ran a few weeks ago. I can't remember what it's called. Strong as a Mac. That's what it was. And it was a charity race. I don't know if she's doing any better or not.
Well, Trent, man, congratulations on a podium finish. Great showing tonight. We hope to see you next week.
Thank you. I hope to be here.
Trent Cameron, our third place finisher, will bump up Kinzer Chrisman out. Man, you made a good run at it. You got the bottom going. You even threw a couple of really good slide jobs on Matt, just not able to capitalize. Man, you're getting so close. You can taste these things almost week in and week out now.
Yeah, when this track gets to the bottom, it's where I'm at my best. I've competed with some pretty top-notch guys here, running the bottom in the 410s. The one slide job I didn't even mean to have happen. The left front caught the fence, and it threw me up the track, and after that, Matt saw that I was running the bottom and had it going, and he sucked it down to the bottom and couldn't catch him, didn't have a chance.
Well, man, you have just all throughout the year, I feel like you've gotten better. You've been in the top 4 almost every single one of these races, and tonight you could tell by the when the race kept going. I know the caution flags kind of picked up there towards the end. As the race went on and you found that bottom, I could kind of sense you were tasting it, that if he doesn't come down, it's a ball game.
Yeah, like I said, if I don't catch the left front, I think it was on lap 23, I got right up next to him and had a real good run going into 3. If I don't, my left front doesn't catch there, then I have the point getting back to the flag stand on those other cautions, and I don't see a real world chance where he got back around me, but I messed it up and he capitalized, so it's credit to him. You got to capitalize on the mistakes of others, and he did just that.
Well, man, good run tonight. Tell us about the folks on that 11X.
Oh, I got to thank Contender Esports. I got to thank Chrisman Racing Engines, Davis Electric, Squeaks Club, Mid-Kansas Ag, and 5.6 Graphics for putting together a really nice-looking car. And shout out to Wesley for putting on such a good league. It's been a lot of fun, and the racing's picked up a lot in the last few races, so credit to him. He does a real good job.
Kinzer, man, congratulations. Another podium finish for that 11X, closing in on possibly that first win. Maybe can get it next week in the Super Lates.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Runner-up finisher, Kinzer Chrisman, and a guy we've talked to quite a bit this year, picking up his 9th career win of the season. Matt, this one, I know you fought with AJ there for a while. He finally got into the outside retaining wall, but Kinzer Chrisman started working that bottom, and he said he kind of goofed up and caught the wall and kind of threw a slide job not meaning to. You had to work towards the end. When Kinzer finally got that the bottom going, he was making it interesting there in the closing laps.
Oh yeah, no, that was they gave me all I had for sure. Made the mistake early on, let AJ get by, went to the bottom. Shouldn't have done that. And then later on in the race, I didn't even know Kinzer was running the bottom, and he was catching me quick. So I decided to go down there after the slide job and just try not to make any mistakes. I made way too many though.
Well, man, you made way too many, but picking up your 9th career win of the season, that puts you in a win in every car that hit the racetrack this year as far as points goes. One race left. Points lead coming in was 9 points. I'm sure that's going to be a little bigger with AJ struggling. I think he finished 5th in the overall finish tonight after he caught the wall. Pretty confident going to Cedar Lake next week in the Super Late?
Oh yeah, for sure. Anything besides the sprint car, at least the 410 sprint cars. So we'll see if we can keep her going.
Well, man, tell us about the folks on that 24.
Just thank Logitech for the equipment for the sim, and then GTR race simulators for the seat and everything, and Wes for putting the league on, and you guys for broadcasting.
Well, congratulations. 9th win of the season. Matt Sanders wins here at Volusia Speedway Park.
Thank you.
Big win tonight for him. Good way to kind of close up the sprint car part of the tour. Of course, as we said, the sprint car is now in the rear view, and the only thing left now is a super late model race at Cedar Lake. So let's close it up by looking at tonight's finishing results. The overall results from tonight's main event here from Volusia Speedway Park, and I believe that is a heat race. We'll see if we can't get the production crew to get us the results. Close. All right. Well, we almost got there. But at least we know that Matt Sanders picks up the win tonight. Kinzer Chrisman 2nd, Trent Cameron 3rd, John Mulkern in 4th, AJ Renfro 5th, Dalton Drummond 6th, Benjamin Parsons 7th, Jeremy Biegner in 8th, 9th place goes to Aaron Gregory, 10th to Dylan McDonald, 11th to Henry Jones, Wesley Fuller 12th, and John Crooks. Tough night for him coming in, 3rd place in the points coming in. He's going to have a tough night tonight, and he is going to drop all the way back to the 13th spot. Well, that is going to put it up and wrap it up tonight here from Volusia Speedway Park. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Until next time, we hope to see you next Thursday night from Cedar Lake Speedway as the Super Late Models will close up the 2021 campaign for the All-Star Dirt Series. My name is Cody Early for the Turn 3 Racing Network. Y'all have a great night.